There is a silence in the eastern Plaguelands that speaks louder than any scream. Not the silence of peace, but of memory, of rot, of betrayal. This land bleeds stories, and it remembers everyone. Once, this was the crown jewel of Lordairan's eastern provinces. Rolling plains, quiet towns, strong hearts. But when the cult of the damned sowed plague in grain, and whispers in hearts, paradise died. Stratholme fell to fire, Darrowshire to sorrow. And here on these roads, Arthas Menethil walked into legend, and into damnation. With Frostmourne in hand, he did not return as a prince, but as the Lich King's blade. Hope crumbled, cities burned, families were torn apart by fear and doubt. The Plaguelands did not fall in a day. They rotted from within. The undead marched from the Thalassian Pass to the Ghostlands, razing villages, slaughtering kin. But it was here, at Light's Hope Chapel, that the light made it stand. And death blinked. Light's Hope still shines, a beacon in a sea of rot. The Argent Dawn built more than a chapel here. They built defiance. They built hope. Here, paladins knelt not to pray, but to fight. Their faith forged armor stronger than steel. And against overwhelming odds, they endured. But the land does not forget. In Plaguewood, necromancers stir bones in silence. Ziggurats rot in place, watching like frozen sentinels. The earth itself groans beneath the weight of unburied dead. To the south lies Darrowshire, a name whispered by ghosts. Pamela Redpath still waits for her father, unaware the war ended long ago. Hers is a tale of love, sacrifice, and forgotten promises. And hers is not the only voice carried on the wind. Laughter, battle cries, last breaths. The Plaguelands echo with what once was. Beyond the chapel, Tyr's hand still burns, with the zealotry of the Scarlet Crusade. They battle ghosts in their minds, and monsters in the dark, clinging to a light twisted by fear. Farther west, the ashes of Anderhall drift across abandoned cobblestones. Once a thriving trade hub, now a silent ruin. Its fountains cracked, its classrooms empty. Here, knowledge died alongside hope. In the north, Hearthglen still stands barely, a final bastion of resistance, of memory. Each stone tells of crusades, of purges, of guilt. Beyond the Thondroril, the wind carries whispers from Quel'Thalas, a fallen kingdom still mourning its Sunwell. And from the south, the ghost of Lordairon lingers, its throne room empty, its crown buried with a traitor.
What are you doing, my son?
These lands were the front lines of the Third War. The bones of heroes and villains alike sleep in shallow graves. To the untrained eye, this land is simply dead. But look closer. Beneath the decay lies the shattered legacy of kingdoms. Cracked stone roads still snake through blackened forests, once used by silver hand patrols, now swallowed by creeping rot. Scarlet banners hang tattered from broken towers, swaying gently in a wind that carries the stench of ash and regret. At the northern edge, a massive arch looms at the entrance to Plaguewood, its stones warped, its purpose long lost. Deeper within, the ruined tower of the Argent Dawn still stands, defiant, flickering with traces of light in a land of shadow. Not far from there, the remains of Maris-Stead lie in silence. Its broken walls cradle memories that no longer speak. Foul magic seeps through the soil. Even the wildlife has changed. Eyes glow where none should. And trees seem to whisper secrets of the dead. This land was not conquered, it was twisted. Undeath rules here, not with fire or fury, but with silence and rot. Even the wind carries the breath of the dead. To walk these roads is to be forgotten. To linger is to be devoured. Once they stood for purity, now only bones answer their call. The light does not shine here, it weeps. Shadows linger longer than memories, and far more cruel. Heroes fell here, forgotten by time, swallowed by sorrow, and yet some still come, for vengeance, for redemption, or simply because there's nowhere else left to go. And yet, amidst the corruption, something still grows. Wildflowers pierce the ash, the wind carries seeds. The Plaguelands may mourn, but they also breathe. This is not just a zone, it is a scar, a story, a battlefield between despair and hope. And for those who fought here and those who fell, the Eastern Plaguelands will never forget.